telling you, please take me seriously when I say this. I know people might say, Fred, where have you been? Thinking like, I don't know, like I'm smoking some kind of drugs. But I'm telling you, now that I look at life and I'm older, like I have 10, 15 years left on this planet? That's insane. I remember when I was little running around and I'm like, I can remember the memories so good. And it's like you go like,
every step feels like a mountain climb, no handouts, just a grind of time. Street lights flicker, the night runs cold, but the city's heartbeat never grows.
So I'd like to start off by saying thank you to all the people that have been supporting me while I've been doing this, because it hasn't been easy, and I don't really think that people understand yet fully why I'm doing this. And it's not like I'm trying to become successful with a podcast. It's more about helping people, and I think people get the wrong view of it for some reason. I don't know. I see a lot of YouTubers, they're the same. They're all the same. They're trying to get views. I see a lot of YouTube videos about how to get started on a YouTube channel, how to do this, how to get views, how to get more benefit from it. And then most of the videos are people copying other people, saying the same thing. Wake up, make your bed, do the right thing every day. It's like very generic, and I always felt it wasn't real. There's a few people that I do follow that are pretty genuine. I always look for the genuine people because I feel like you get a better trying to think, a better point of view that's more honest from it. With most of the YouTubers are very fake, they're very animated, and I think some people are coming to me, maybe watching my video for a couple minutes and going, oh, this is boring, I'm just going to turn it off. But actually, the topics that I'm talking about is building up to a main topic. And I think it'll eventually hit, but it's going to take some time. What I'm trying to say here is for people that are broken, people that are listening and really hearing this, saying what is the end goal with life? What am I doing here? What is all this? Why do we only live for a certain amount of time? Why do we go through all the things that we go through and then we just die? I mean, don't you ever ask that question to yourself? You have to. You have to. You can't just constantly entertain yourself thinking this is what life is about. Even I can't sometimes put it together in words. It's almost like a really weird movie if you think about it. We live on the planet. We have all this stuff. We have all the materials to build all this stuff. We're, as scientists would say, living on a razor's edge. We're so fine-tuned that it's insane how fine-tuned we are. One more, I don't know, whatever, millisecond off, we're dead. Do you understand how valuable that is? Just that concept right there, just that mindset right there, which boggles my mind that scientists still will not give credit to God. And this is another reason why I'm doing this, because I do want people to come back to the God relationship, not religion. Right? That's why I always say I'm not religious, because religion doesn't make any sense. It's all made up by mankind so they can get back on God's good side. I'm trying to put it to you plainly. When you go to videos, because I looked up a video yesterday, because today I'm going to talk about time. And I looked up a couple videos, actually. I looked up a video, and it was very definition, the way they were explaining it, using all the big words. I went to college. I know, great, you went to college. But you have to speak things plainly. You can't just think you can explain things in larger words and all of a sudden you got your point across, and this is what time is, and it's been billions of years, and because you were there billions of years ago. And a lot of people don't make sense because they're so prideful, and they have retained so much information that all the common sense and the wise decisions went right out their brain. So when you come to this channel, you're going to get more of a real answer from a person that actually is like you, that went through a lot of stuff and is giving you a real, planned out, well thought out explanation for things. And whether you don't believe me, it's fine. We can always debate about it, but I'm just saying it's what makes sense. When you live your life and look at things and go, what makes sense here? There's a lot of rules and things that we cannot get rid of here on this planet. And I say this all the time. You cannot get rid of emotions. You can, suppress them. You don't have to cry, but you want to. You don't have to laugh, but you want it. You can't hold it back sometimes. These kind of emotions, like you cannot get rid of, but you cannot add to them either. Just like you can't fit a number in between 2 and 3. Who put that here? That's what I'm trying to bring to your attention. Is like, who put that here? It's not us. Humans got to stop giving ourselves so much credit. Just because we build rockets and we get close to the moon or in space, it doesn't mean that that's a humanity milestone. A humanity milestone to me is that we all get along collectively in peace. When is that going to happen? It's not. And I get it. I get why it's not. This is why I tell you, the viewer, don't be like everybody else. Let them do their evil. You see all the people fighting the war. My religion's better than yours. My race is better than yours. Whatever you are, I don't care what ethnicity you are. I don't care what race you are. I don't care who it is. You just be the greatest human being, behavior-wise, and genuinely be the greatest human being that you can be. Because this is what's going to stand out in this test of time. Because this whole world is one big test. And no one is really paying attention because we're so caught up in entertainment. And even, I'm telling you right now, I look at the news sometimes, and I don't even watch the news, but I'll watch the news because someone else is watching it, and it's like a TV, like, drama show. Like, they don't care. They never give you an end out, though. Like, they never give you an out for all the crap that's going on. They don't ever go, well, this is what we're going to do to solve this. They never do. Oh, they did this last night, and someone killed this person last night, and no one is really giving you an answer. They're just giving you entertainment, whether it's really crappy entertainment like that. Like the news is horrible. Forget about it. The news is definitely put up by production companies to keep people from knowing the real truth. This is probably one of my YouTube videos get like 30 views because YouTube don't even want you to know the truth. They'll keep putting out garbage. They really do. They put out the nonsense that people can take. That's why, like, if you look like and listen to rap, like if you listen to really good hip hop, the words, I don't agree with all the songs that people put out, but what I'm saying is these people are such good artists that they weave words together in such a way, like Eminem, like just the way they weave words together is so crazy. But then you tell a young kid now today, like, look, listen to this, and they're like, oh, that's garbage. And then I listen to their music, and I'm like, that is real garbage. You can't even understand what they're saying. They can't form words, and none of the words have value or meaning. But at least with the hip hop that we grew up with, it's like there's real value because they're saying something, but plus rhyming, that's an art. So what I'm trying to say is that you're seeing all this garbage on YouTube. We are bombarded. I said it in the first video. There's a paradox of choice. There's so many choices to watch nonsense all day. How many people are going to do a TikTok dance? Millions. Because once you see one person do it and it goes viral, you think that's what living life is. And living life is not that. I'm telling you, please take me seriously when I say this. I'm not, I know, people might say, Fred, where have you been? Thinking like, I don't know, like I'm smoking some kind of drugs. But I'm telling you, now that I look at life and I'm older, like I have, 10, 15 years left on this planet? That's insane. I remember when I was little running around and I'm like, I can remember the memories so good. And it's like you go like that, and now we're here. And then you start to slow down, or at least you try to slow down. You think about your life like, man, where am I at right now? And you never know when you're going to go. You never know when you're going to go. And, we'll say stuff like, you live your life like it's your last day, which that doesn't make sense at all. But what I was trying to say was we are surrounded by nonsense and lies. And like I said before, like the truth is right here. And the truth is surrounded by a bodyguard of lies. There's bodyguards all around it. The truth is, I'm telling you the truth. Like, this is what I'm trying to say to you. Like, a lot of people will look at me and go, Fred, you're a little crazy. I don't know if I can handle that conversation. You know why? Because it's a deep conversation. It's a conversation that makes you have to think about life and why we're really here. And stop just thinking that it's nonsense. I'm not saying you can't go out and hang with your friends. I'm not saying you have to sit at home and wait for, like, aliens to show up with an aluminum foil hat on. I'm just saying that get serious about your life. And when I say get serious, I mean to, like, start to change your character. Know who God is and start to change your character, because that is what's going to change who you are as a person. And I mean genuinely. Don't be doing things religiously, because religions will do things to offset their bad things. Like, okay, I did 2 bad things this week, so I'm going to go and say whatever prayer 4 times, or I'm going to go into the temple and I'm going to say a prayer and light a candle, and then you go out and behave and act the same evil way that you did before, never learning anything. Do you think a God that made all this, think about it, a God that made all this, he could be paid off by our money that we invented? Do you think he made the galaxies and the universe and planets? Planets, skin. He makes human skin. He invented colors. And he's concerned with our money? Like, we can pay him off? Like, you can go to church, go to a priest, and say, I cheated on my wife, and I have a girlfriend on the side. I kill people for a living, and what do I got to do? And the priest tells you, well, say this prayer, say these 4 Hail Marys, whatever, and that's it, and you're forgiven. You think that God is interested in that? He's interested in us changing our behavior. That's why we have this small amount of time, because God wants to see if there's people paying attention, like really paying attention, not just going and giving God lip service and worship, like, oh, you know, you're the best, God, and then going out and treating God's image, meaning like God made us in his image, so we're treating another human being horribly. It all makes sense when you start reading the Bible, and like I said, this is not religious. The Bible is a book for all of humanity. It's not a book for any religion. Humans made up a system so they feel that they're doing the right thing by God. When God's like, yo, you ain't even following my system. You ain't following the real system. I gave you family, I gave you relationships, I gave you romantic relationships, and all you do is destroy them. Why would God trust us on Mars? Like, you see, like, we're kind of like on quarantine in a way, because like, you're on this planet, God's like, here you go, boom, I give you life, I give you all the materials to sustain life, I give you food, I give you everything you need. I want to see what you do with it before I open up your eyes truly, when you could look out in the universe and see life. Because we look out and we don't see anything. We don't see any life on any other planets. We don't see anything. You know why? Because we can't be trusted. Think about it. Really think about it. If I was God and I gave you the opportunity to live on a planet with millions of people, and you all just start killing each other, why would I show you what else I have for you? Why would I show you what else I have for you? Because you can't be trusted. So know what God's doing? He's waiting for the people that are holy, meaning stand apart. They stand out from the crowd. They stand out from the crowd. They're doing the right thing, even though evil people keep doing the wrong thing. Politicians, all these people starting war, all these people that think religion, their God tells them to kill people. That is false. That is so false. I would recommend to you right now is to come out of whatever religion you're in. Really, come out of whatever religion you're in and start being a great human being. That is the true meaning to life. Because people are like, what's the meaning of life? It's not getting a boat. I mean, I would like a boat, but it's not getting a boat. It's not having $1 million home. It's not having all these material things. This is why Jesus always said, get rid of all the material things. He was testing people like, get rid of it. See what happens. Because We love everything here. We hold on to our life here. I get it. There's a lot of value here. There's people here that we love that we lost. There's animals that we love that we lost. Like there's all this stuff that's really cool here that we designed and we lost, but it's like we're going to lose it forever. We're going to lose something greater in an eternal state. Because if you think it's cool here in this lifetime, imagine what God's going to give us when we could be trusted. So crazy. I'm all over the place. So I do want to thank all the people after that rant. I guess it was a rant, but I don't know. I want to thank all the people that really have seen something in me that they can back up. Like I'm not just trying to do something to better. I mean, it is better myself as character wise, but I mean, like, I want to really help people. I want to help people. I want to stop seeing people depressed. I want to stop seeing people sad and lonely. I want to start seeing people have a vision in their life that's like, I can get through this life. I can get through this life. It's going to be okay. Like whatever you go through, it's going to be okay because you know that there's an end goal to get back to the relationship of God. That's what makes more sense to me here, because anything else, you can go to college for 17 years. I don't care what you do. You can be a millionaire. You could do all this stuff. But at the end, it's done. You're empty. There is no more things. So what is this life really about? The evil world will tell you it's about making money and stepping on people and hurting people. And I'm going to tell you it's not. No matter how much you get stepped on, do not be like those other people. Trust me, I want to do it all day. I want to come at people, but I can't. I can't because it changes who I really am. And then to the people that truly know me, they're like, I can't believe Fred fell off like that. So this is what I'm trying to tell people. Start being better. Be better. Have better character. Practice being genuine. Answer people back on the phone. Don't leave them on red. That's really rude. Do all the things that you should do to be a better human being to another human being. Treat your neighbor like you treat yourself. You don't want things done to you wrong, so why would you do it to other people? This is where time really means. This is what time means to me. Be the best you can be in this slice of time. Like I said before, it's like people say, live your life to the full, or live your life. Well, one of them's live your life to the fullest, and then the other one's like live your life like it's your last day. Well, what if your last day you have to go food shopping? I don't know, go pick up the kids from soccer. Like that's your last day? It's impossible. But on your last day of all that stuff, you don't have to be, climbing a mountain. And if you lived your last day like you were going to die that day, you'll be broke real quick every day. Because you'd be spending money trying to live your life like it's your last day. So make more sense of it and say, live your life like it's your last day. Be the most kindest person today. Do not one good deed, but 17 good deeds. Do right by people. That's what the true meaning of live your life like it's your last day on earth. I wrote down a couple topics. Because sometimes I'll talk and I'll just keep going off topic. I'm sorry about that. I'm trying to stay on topic as best I can. But I did write down, time is the most valuable thing we have. It really is, because once it's gone, it's like everybody says that. Even millionaires say it. It's like money you can get back. New friends, whatever. A new car you can get back. But time, you'll never get it back. You have to think about time as very valuable. Who wastes your time? Who's in your life that destroys your life? How many relationships have you stayed in too long because you were, trying to make it work when you saw that you should have just left at that point? And I'm not trying to say to be mean to people, but I'm saying sometimes you stay too long. Just like I said, I stayed way too long in my business because it just drained me greatly. And like I said, this is like a short period of time that we're being tested. How we grow, how we act, what we contribute to the world, what we contribute to relationships, how we treat people, all this stuff. And there's a couple other things I just wanted to touch on. It's like just to prove like how people don't realize that the Bible's not an old book that just has fairy tales. So if you, where is it at? So like according to Einstein's theory of relativity, like I'm not going to start getting all scientific but the people that know. So what I'm saying is like you live on Earth, right? And we're restricted here. Like I said, we're in quarantine. Like we cannot go outside of this place because we can't be trusted. But we're trying. We're trying our best to leave this place. And I don't know why, because we can't get it right here. But we're trying to go to Mars. Thanks, Elon. But it's like time is a certain way here. And as soon as you get out into space, which is also called the heavens, because in the Bible, they call space heavens. Like there's certain levels of heavens, and that's space. So it's the same word, just different. It's the same thing, just different word. So when you go further out into space, into the universe, time almost stands still. Like we have more of it. Isn't that strange? The closer you get to God, where we don't know God, we don't know where God is specifically, but he's in the heavens. He's in the heavenly places, right? The eternal beings are in the heavenly places that we can't reach. And people want to call me now, and I got to hang up on them. So that makes a lot of sense. If God wants to give us an eternal life, it's funny how the further we get away from Earth, time is not like as much of a problem. We have more of it. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like that's insane. So now if that is true, right? And you go to a verse in the Bible. I'm hoping it's right. I might have made a mistake, but 2 Peter 3:8, it says, with the Lord, a day is like 1,000 years, and 1,000 years are like a day. So think about that. With the Lord, with God, a day is like 1,000 years, and 1,000 years is like a day. Do you understand? Time does not affect God. He's an eternal being. So for us, it affects us because we are on a time limit to see if we're getting things right. A lot of people aren't getting it right. Look at the world right now. But for what I'm trying to prove is for the biblical writers to say these things, and now scientists, like in the recent 100 years, scientists to find out things that biblical writers thousands of years ago already wrote down without technology, without telescopes, without anything. They already wrote things down like this. So who was really there giving them the guidance to write these things down, to give it to us so that we can understand for generations to come? There's other stuff. It's like, what else did I look up? It's like, where's it at? So I think it says scientists established like we need time, space, and matter at one time, right, to exist in this planet. So we need all those things at one time: time, space, and matter. All right. They just established that not too long ago. I mean, even though it's 100 years, everybody might say, oh, it's a long time ago. Well, if you read the first verse of the Bible, which is, I guess, thousands and thousands and thousands of years ago, for a man to write that, whoever wrote it, it says Genesis 1:1 is, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. So what you're telling me in one sentence that mankind in the biblical writings already established that God made time in the beginning, created the heavens, space, and earth, matter. Do you understand that people are not paying attention to this book the way they should be? And it's like, even that, it's like, just, there's three things right there that are crazy solid right there. Boom. It's like, God created the heavens, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. So the biblical writers just established that time, it's like past, present, future, 3. Beginning, heavens, and earth is 3. Heaven is space, which is what? Height, width, depth. And then you have matter, which is solid, liquid, gas. Three. Like, it's like, how is this book so accurate? I mean, insanely accurate. And we're like just throwing it to the side. Like, that's a religious book. It's for Christians. It's for all of us. It's for all of us to pay attention and say, how am I really living my life in this time? I like to point things out like that because it's like, how does writers of thousands and thousands of years ago that don't really have much to go by yet have this stuff? I mean, I can get into real deep conversations, but it makes a lot of sense. Like all the things in the Bible. Here's a couple more verses that I picked out. In Isaiah 40:22, he stretches out the heavens like a canopy and spreads them out like a tent to live in. Scientists say that the universe is expanding. They look through a telescope. The universe is expanding. It's still expanding. How do the biblical writers know this? How do the biblical writers know to say that God can do this? Stretches out the heavens. He's stretching out space. We can't see it because yet we can't be trusted yet. God has something planned for us much bigger. And this is why I'm telling you to take life more serious. I was having a conversation with my friend Jim last week, and it's funny because we talked about time, and if and it wasn't like I wasn't trying to make him feel bad, but like he's going through some stuff, and he wishes God's timing was better, and I kind of said to him in a way like, it might be your timing, it might be our timing. It was my timing for a long time. Like, I made all the mistakes and the decisions that I chose to make. It wasn't God. God was waiting. God was waiting for me to do the right thing. I think people think God's going to show up with this miracle and boom, everything's fixed. That's not how it works. It's like, no matter what you go through in this life, you always have to be of best character. Are you going to be sad? Of course you are. Are you going to be down and out? Of course you are. Are you going to be broke sometimes? Of course you are. Are you going to miss loved ones? Of course you are. But that should not change your mindset to the end goal that God has for us, to get back to the God relationship within this time frame. Just be a great person. We don't need you to be anything else other than that. You don't need to be some kind of famous person. You could be a stay-at-home mom, a single mom, and I say this because men are not really doing the greatest things anymore. And, I'm not bashing men, but, be the greatest mom you can be. And for the dads that are doing really good, be the greatest dad you can be. Be the greatest friend you could be. Be the person that people can rely on. That means so much more than doing anything else in this world, because you can take that to the grave with you. You can take a legacy with you. People will remember you. People say, oh, yeah, people won't remember you. They will. A lot of people will remember you if you're that person. And I feel that that's what time here is about, is to not get so caught up in all the garbage and entertainment thinking that we're doing the right thing. Let me make 7 Facebook posts. Let me make 7 Instagram posts. Let me make all this stuff. And I know I do it, but I'm also pushing business because I have to survive in this planet. But stop thinking that's what life is about, is making posts and doing all kinds of other nonsense. It's like, it's not. It's about caring about people and about loving each other, picking up the phone and saying hello. Like, do you know how many people haven't reached out to anyone in a long time, and it's like the other person is like just waiting for that? And I know it goes both ways, but what I'm saying is sometimes the other person is exhausted and has been reaching out to people all the time, and they just stopped. Because you know why? Because no one ever reached out to them. And I know how they feel, and I understand if you're in that position. I stopped reaching out to a lot of people because I was reaching out to a lot of people. I was the one stopping by. I was the one doing things. It's like, yo, call someone up. Yo, you want to get a pizza? Doesn't take much. Let the busyness of your life go to the side. That's all you need. Start being a great person. That's what this time is made up of. It's like that's what we're here for. That is like the meaning of life. I think that's pretty much it. Yeah. So be a great person and always do the right thing, even when it's hard to do the right thing. And look forward to the God relationship that we want to get back to as humanity, as all of humanity wants to. We don't know what we're doing. We're just destroying ourselves at this point. But like I said, I'm saying to you, whoever's really listening to me, please listen. Do the right thing. Stop doing what you're doing that you know is wrong, and chase after the God relationship. And you will see a great change in your life and in others around you.